Hey guys, it's Alex here, your VP Sport and Wellbeing, or Sports President to some. Just giving a wee update on how we've been going so far. In terms of the portal floodlights out at Steps, we are, fingers crossed, within the next week or so, going to finally finalise that deal. So we've cut that time down drastically. So instead of it being another full year, we hopefully will have products at portal floodlights down at Steps within the next few weeks, which would be fantastic if we can get that done. In terms of the Wednesday afternoon policy, I've met with Brian Green, who is the assistant principal for teaching and learning, and I've contacted a number of the faculty heads as well. Now there's a lot of positive momentum here, which is absolutely fantastic. So we are hopefully going to have a working group set up to see how we can effectively make sure that Wednesday afternoons are available for all of you to compete and play sport on a Wednesday. Now finally, the sports union independence option, which if you are part of the sports union you'll know from Javi and Calvin, what they were looking at is, are we operating in the most effective way? Because at the end of the day, the sports union exists for all of you to make sure that you have the best experience you can, whether it's just recreational and participation in any sport you want, all of our 53 different clubs we have here, or if you want to compete at the highest level you can. And we had a number of triathletes over in the Gold Coast for the Commonwealth Games, which was absolutely fantastic. We have quite a few medals as well. So shout out to you guys there for doing that. Now that's what I've been doing in terms of my manifesto, but really there's been so much in between all of that. The day to day, for instance, trying to go around all the different clubs and meet you guys and put a face to a name. The few that I haven't been around to see yet, hopefully I can come on to a couple of training sessions and see how you guys are getting on. In terms of performance though, it looks like you guys are really doing well. I think we are ahead of where we were last year in terms of box ranking, which is fantastic, guys. Like, shout out to you there. As you've seen, you can't miss it. The new building's opened up. Strathclyde Sport is now open for business with a new facility. There's obviously going to be teething issues, but I think working collaboratively with Strathclyde Sport, all the new staff, they're absolutely fantastic. So helpful, polite, and just really keen to make sure you guys are able to get stuck into whatever you guys want to do, be it a gym class, just a wee session by yourself, go for a swim, or even just a wee steam or sauna to relax after a stressful day at uni. They're always there to support and help. But yeah, just the timetabling for that, making sure all the clubs are getting fair use, making sure that if any queries come in, they're dealt with in an appropriate manner. It's been great. There's been a lot of positive feedback, and thank you to all the clubs who have responded to the feedback that I sent out at the beginning of the month. Some really positive things. And for those who did have any queries that they raised, I'm glad that they have been resolved. Now, we tend to do quite a lot of charitable giving events and causes, and November at university has really been the time that's been segued for that. There's obviously one main one that I'm currently supporting, the Movember effort, as you can see by my awful facial hair right now, but it's for a good cause. We've kind of done a different approach to that this year actually. So it used to be a number of different teams set up their own wee pages and they would just do it individually. But I thought, why don't we all just get behind each other here? Why don't we make one big page? We are currently sitting just over £3,500 and we're just at the 2-week mark now. That's absolutely incredible, guys. I also want to shout out two other causes as well. Firstly, to women's hockey. They're raising money for Beats and Character charity. But they're not just doing it in terms of bake sales and that and the next thing. They're actually set themselves quite a hefty challenge. They are cycling from Glasgow to Beijing, and they are halfway through, and I'm very happy to say, not only are they just over halfway through their target of movement, they are also 3/4 of the way to their target. They've set themselves the target of raising £1,000, and they are 750, which is fantastic, so good. Now, the netball club are doing Move for November, and they're doing 5k a day, whether it's running, cycling, whatever, they're rowing, they're doing it. They set themselves an original target, I think, of £2,000, and they are currently just shy of 6, and they're 2 weeks into this challenge. And they have been busting an absolute gut in the gym, really trying to raise funds for the Scottish Association of Mental Health. So really check it out, there's some really great things going on at Strathclyde in November and throughout the semester. Some things to look forward to. We have the Muay Thai Fight Night coming up on the 15th of December. After exams, it's a Saturday, make sure you get your tickets early because it's always a sellout event. We've got competitors from Stirling, Aberdeen, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Cali, and I think Glasgow Uni as well coming down. And it'll be a great evening to watch some great competition. Watch this space as well. I've been in communication with Laura Robbie, the president of the Erasmus Student Network, for all our incoming Erasmus and international students. There's going to be some great new events coming up the week commencing the 8th of January. Watch this space, there'll be more nights and more incoming soon to really welcome all our new Strathclyde students into our Strathclyde family. If there is any other questions that you guys would have, like to ask, things you'd like to see, please don't be shy, drop me an email, come to the office at the appointment times that are on the door, and hopefully I can answer any of your queries. Cheers guys.